Hi and welcome to another gaming video, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to transfer your game save data from one Switch to another. So this is my Switch Lite, which I've had about 18 months, and I've got plenty of games and plenty of save data on it. And I've just upgraded to this. This is a OLED Switch, not a Switch 2. And I want to move everything from my Switch Lite to the OLED. And I have to say, it has not been the easiest of processes. You should just link one to the other, and it does it all. And I've come up with all sorts of issues trying to do this. Don't bother trying to do it on a fresh setup because it just didn't like it. I added a user and then tried to import the data across, and that didn't work either. So I'm going to have to go in and add another user on the OLED. And I'm going to try and do it this way. So import a user from another Switch console. Yes. Do you still have the console? Yes. Do you plan to continue using the original console? Now hit yes on this one instead of no. Please link the same Nintendo account as the one you are using. Right. So link it. It's going to ask you to sign in, or yeah, I'm going to use the sign in method. So and we'll see if we can get this to work. So I've just signed in with my Nintendo account. This will be added to this console. Excellent. I've added my user. And if we go to data management, we should now be able to transfer your save data. So the OLED will be the destination. So I want to click receive save data. And then you go into the other switch, the one you're pulling the information across from. Also go into data management and do transfer your save data. So this is the one that you want to send the save data from. So send save data to another console. Pick the user. And it should, oh no, here we go. So select all of the save games that you want. I've got about 1.1 gig. Aha, unable to find the console that will send. Right, well, let's search again. Maybe it just timed out. Ah, there we go. It has found it. So it is sending all of the save game data from the Switch Lite to the OLED. It looks like it's going to take about a minute, which isn't too bad. 1.1 gig. I assume that is sending that over Wi-Fi directly to, well, from one console to the next. I have to say it's not been the easiest of processes. You should be able to just switch on a new console and say I want to pull it in from the old one, and it does it. It didn't do that either. I created a new user, but then that user wasn't linked to my Nintendo account, so that didn't work. So this one is well, I had to add my own user back in, and it did eventually find it. But it's not been the easiest of processes, but at least it is something that's possible. You can do this via cloud, so if you've got a Nintendo Switch Online account, you can upload all of your save game data from this console to the cloud, get rid of your console, buy a new one, and you should be able to import it back. But I don't have Nintendo Online, and I wanted to do it from one console to another. So it is sitting at about 83%. Let's see what happens when it finishes. Hopefully all of the save data will be from this one on here, and then it's just a case of actually installing the games, which they're Switch games, so they're not usually too big. Okay, so successfully transferred save data, successfully received save data. So If I go into the system settings and just have a look at data management, it has used some of the data. So if we look at delete save data, does it give you an option? Yes, there we go. So all of the game's save data from this Switch is sitting on here. You can see that there. As you can see, there's quite a lot of games that I didn't want to lose. Yeah, an awful lot. So there you go. That is that. Now I've got to go and just install all of the games that were on here. I've got the save data on here, but I need the games from there. Go into your eShop if you've already purchased them, or if you've got them on a cartridge, pop them in and start installing them. But there you go. That's how you transfer data from one Switch to another. It's not an easy process. It can be quite tricky. Link, like, subscribe, enjoy.